All right. We're going to talk about a few things. So I want to talk about a philosophy thing and then show you a few exercises that we're going to do just so you understand a few concepts I want to talk about. Now, first, here, what we want is consistent, predictable, repeatable, like sight tracking and grip. Those two things come hand in hand. If I do the same thing every time, the sight does the same thing every time. Now, I don't care about two things that a lot of people care about. First, we don't care how much really the sight goes up in recoil, and I don't care if it's straight up and down. What I want is that it does the same thing every time. So different guns, different platforms will be different. So sometimes the gun's up to 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock with a pistol. With a rifle with a weird device on it, it might go out to 3 o'clock and come back. It doesn't really matter. As long as I'm doing the same thing every time, it'll come right back to where I'm looking. Okay. The other thing is we're not worried about stopping the absolute amount of rise in the muzzle. To demonstrate that, I'm going to work really hard. So I'll get super tense. I'll roll my shoulders out. I'll tense up my whole body, lean forward, try to do everything I can to mitigate the rise of the pistol. Okay. So watch how much the pistol rises. Okay, now you saw the pistol, it rose some amount, whatever that was. You could tell how hard I was working, right? Now I think that sucks as a way to shoot. It's okay, single target, straight down range, whatever, it's okay. But as far as tracking a target, engaging multiple targets, moving, setting up and shooting, like all the tension in your body is destructive. It is not helpful. So I don't want to shoot that way. Instead, I want to hold the gun with my hands and my forearms. That's it. All right, but I'm not worried too much about how it rises. So watch this, how this looks different. Now, did you perceive that the gun was rising more? How noticeable was that? It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, so the way I look at it is all this work of doing this, that is the work of an idiot. That's not helping. You know what I mean? It's like you're working a lot harder and you're not getting much for it. So that's not what I like to do. All right. To highlight this, we're going to do a drill with the guys who did it the fundamentals class over the weekend to remember it, but we're just going to do one shot return where I'll start with a pistol mounted at the tone, fire that shot. We don't really care where that one goes. Instead, I'm concerned with recovering the pistol right to the spot on the target. I'll make a demonstration for you. And again, watch what happens after the shot's fired. That's what we care about. All right, I'm just going to stare at the black spot and the gun recovers. Okay, you see it, it just comes right back. And I'm doing this by staring at the spot. If I keep staring at the spot where I want the gun to go, the gun goes there. Okay, another way to look at this. If I look at that spot, shoot, you see where the gun went to? How much effort does it take to make my Glock go from here to here? That's not much, right? It's almost, so if I'm not going to feel like I'm fighting a battle with the gun, I shouldn't. I'm just looking where I want it to go. It's recoiling, it's doing its thing, and it just keeps coming back to where I'm looking. So we'll do one shot return, shoot and return the gun. All right, I'll do it wrong for you. Let's do a wrong one. What did I do there? Yeah, exactly. I'm pushing down. All right, so here's something to think about. Should I see the sight go below my aiming reference? No. Like, if it does that, I just have to understand, like, I did that shit. I pushed it down. I caused that to happen. Right? So we'll do that little exercise. Then what we're going to do is mount the pistol and stare at the target. All right, stare at the spot on the target, I should say. And then we're going to do doubles, just one pair when you hear the beep. And we're going to do it a few different ways. All right, we'll do it just straight up, stare at my spot, hear the beep. Okay, and then I react to the beep and I shoot a pair right then. You'll find this much, much harder. All right, then I want to do it wrong, intentionally. What we're going to do is stare at the sight and then emphasize driving the sight down into the recoil. Right, now, this is not the way to shoot, but I want to do it and have you do it so you see what that looks like in a more controlled kind of fashion. You'll be like, oh, okay, that's what that looks like. That's not what I want to do. So I'll make an example for you. Watch what this looks like as I drive down. Right? That's very difficult to do in a controlled way. And I'm seeing the dot pushing it down below where I want. and we can see low left hits all over the place on the target. I want you to see what wrong looks like. And then we'll do it where you're going to intentionally loosen your grip all the way up. Like as loose as you can get it at the tone, grip the gun properly, then fire a pair. And I want you to feel the pressure coming onto the gun, and it does help you become aware of your grip. Let me make an example for you. Hold the gun super loose, super loose. Now I don't have to shoot right away. It's not beep, bang, grip. Makes sense? And that's just to help you build awareness of your grip. So we'll do all those things. One shot return, doubles on demand, then push down into the recoil just to see what that's like, and then relax your hand, beep, grip the gun, doubles. Make sense? Cool. All right, let's do that. Red group. The red